Greetings everyone, this is Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush, and it's the day after Christmas, and I'm working on the collage here for a friend who wanted a pet portrait. This is Pickles, and I forget what kind of a dog he is. Some sort of an Australian, I don't remember. I'm not good with that. But he has these ice blue eyes. Very beautiful. I decided to do some pet portraits for some friends, and I am putting a link on my Etsy shop if anybody's interested in a collaged pet portrait. So as I understand it, the creator of this game, named Pickleball, kept getting his ball stolen by his dog, Pickles, who, well, after all, it was Pickles' ball. That's clever. Anyway, yesterday was Christmas. It was a beautiful day. Here in California, we had a little bit of rain, but it cleared up early in the morning. By noon, the clouds were all blowing away, and we had a lovely sunny day. A little bit of a chill factor, but it was only about, 52 degrees, I think, for the most part. And the kids were running around with bare feet and everything. I visited my daughter, and there was tons of food, and it was a lovely day. Good food, good family and friends, and my mom was there. She's been having some trouble with her health, with her legs lately. They're shaky and she gets dizzy, and she's fallen down a couple of times. Kind of alarms us, so we're keeping our eye on Mom. But boy, she looked good. She looked healthy, and it's always a lovely day when you feel like your family is in good shape. So I finished the background on Pickles here, and now I'm working on his ears and his hair. And here's the hard part. You want to make it look like hair, but you're using torn pieces of paper, so it's a bit of a problem. Nothing I couldn't get around, because I like to use the torn paper as part of the texture. Every time you tear the paper, you get a white fringe. And if you tear it just right, you can get the white fringe to go the direction that hair would go anyway. So my husband just called a few minutes ago and wants to take me out to breakfast. Now, isn't that sweet? And because he didn't have his coffee yet this morning. And we get to do that every now and then. Where when the kids were little, we hardly ever went out. Couldn't afford it. 4 kids, that makes it a bit of a trek and a bit of an expense. But these days, he wants to take me out. I think that's lovely. So he'll be by in a bit and be picking me up, and we'll go out and have a little breakfast, maybe some toast and a cup of tea. So I'm just laying on the hair. This part is so much fun for me. finding just the right colors, finding just the right tones that will make it look three-dimensional as well as semi-realistic. It is, let's face it, surreal with torn pieces of paper. And you can see I've got all sorts of pieces from magazines here surrounding me. The little dog there on the right, that is a page from a wall calendar that I will use for the tone and not necessarily for the hair. I'm going to tear it into little bitty pieces, but it has just the right values. Pieces that I want to have very sharp details, like the eyes and the nose, I trace with a piece of tracing paper and cut out and glue with my scissors. I cut the pieces out so they're very sharp and very distinct and don't have all these torn edges. So you can see on the left and the right there, I've already got the eyes cut out and sort of glued together. They're ready to just put into place. Oh, also the dog collar. I cut that to be just right also. I didn't want it to have fringed edges. So I've done several of these now. Besides Pickles, I've done a cat whose name was Carpet, was rather a tabby cat. And our own dog, Gypso. But I'm open to doing other kinds of animals also. Rabbits and... there you see the tracing paper I cut. I drew out the dog's nose so I wouldn't lose all those sharp details. And then I'll cut that out later. I think a sheep would also be very fun to collage in this way. So basically, I am going to call this collage done for today and do another part 2 later, because it's going to be very, very long if I try and make it all in one segment. I hope you enjoyed watching the process, and I really hope that you subscribe and do come again and watch more. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye now.